I never thought I'd be the main character in a real-life train wreck, but there I was, standing at the altar, white dress clinging to my skin, when my groom dropped the bomb. He was in love with my brother. Not in the soft, drunken confession sort of way, but in front of everyone, my family, his family, friends, exes, co-workers. The way he said it, proud and shaking, made it clear this wasn't a sudden epiphany. My brother's face turned ghost white, but then, unbelievably, he reached for my groom's hand. The room didn't gasp. They cheered. As if I'd been the only one out of the loop. I stood frozen, bouquet crushed in my grip, while my mother sobbed and my father laughed, clapping my brother on the back. All I could do was stare at them, my so-called soulmate, my own flesh and blood, locked in a gaze that said everything. I realized, in that moment, that late-night phone calls, the secretive smiles, the way they'd always found excuses to be together, weren't just coincidence. My mind replayed every fight I'd brushed off, every night I'd slept alone in our apartment, convinced he was just working late or out with friends. After the reception dissolved into a weird, drunken celebration of their bravery, I locked myself in the bridal suite with a bottle of champagne and the cake knife. Not to hurt anyone, but to slice away the layers of denial I'd wrapped around myself for years. I thought about every time I'd chosen to ignore my instincts, every time I'd told myself I was overreacting. The truth was, I'd always felt like a guest in my own life, waiting for someone to tell me my role. Turns out, they'd written their own script, and left me out of the best scenes. In the weeks that followed, I avoided both of them, cutting off family group chats, deleting photos, refusing to answer their apologies. But at night, I'd stare at the ceiling, wondering if I'd ever really loved him, or if I'd just been desperate to play the part of the perfect bride. The hardest twist wasn't their betrayal, it was realizing I'd betrayed myself, burying my doubts for the sake of a fairy tale that was never mine. Maybe the applause wasn't for them. Maybe it was for me, finally waking up as the curtain fell.